Speed Duel is a fast-paced alternative format for Yu-Gi-Oh! Using regular cards and throwing in skills to shake things up, making some unused cards more viable, allowing more anime strategies to come to life. Join us as we progress through each Speed Duel product release and draft each skill available at that time before battling it out in Speed Duel Skill Draft. The GX Duel Academy box was released April 1st, 2022, and just like the Battle City box, contains 8 pre-built 20 card decks along with 23 additional cards for further customization. This box introduces a ton of new cards, but some standouts are DD Warrior Lady, a monster that can banish itself and any monster at battles, Wall of Disruption, a trap that permanently lowers monsters' attack, and Cyber Dragon, a level 5 machine monster that can be special summoned if only your opponent controls monsters. This set introduces 20 new skill cards. Cyberblade Fusion lets you discard one card to fusion summon Cyberblader by sending one of its materials from field to grave and the other from hand, field, or deck. It then gains 400 attack. Ancient Fusion lets you, once per duel, discard one card to fusion summon an Ancient Gear Fusion monster using monsters from your field as material. If one of those materials is Ancient Gear Golem, you can use monsters from your hand and or deck as well. Your opponent takes no damage for the rest of the turn, and any battle damage your opponent takes from that fusion monster is halved. So this is the deck we're bringing to today's game. This is Cyberblade Fusion. So this is an Alexis skill. Once per turn we can discard one card to fusion summon Cyberblader by sending a 12 Cyber or Blade Skater from field to the graveyard as one fusion material. The other material from your hand, field, or deck to the graveyard. So as long as we have one of the two pieces, we can fuse the other one from deck, which makes this very, very consistent and doesn't neg us as much as a normal fusion would. That Cyberblader gains 400 attack, and this skill can be used twice per duel. So that means our usual 2100 attack monster becomes 2500 attack, which is a lot better. But on top of that, Cyberblader's effect is also okay depending on the situation. So if our opponent has exactly one monster, cannot be destroyed by battle, exactly 2 monsters, double the attack of this card, exactly 3 monsters, negate any card effect activated by your opponent. Obviously the third effect is kind of a floodgate effect, which can be relevant, but I think a lot of the time our opponent just won't play 3 monsters. 2 though could come up quite a lot. Doubling its attack up to 5,000 is bonkers, and then not being able to destroy by battle can make it really, really sticky. So go through the card by card. We have 2 Blade Skater, and then over here 2 A12 Cyber. We're basically running 2 of each so we can successfully do the summon twice. And ideally we just don't brick by drawing into all of these cards all at once. That would kind of suck. We're on the 1 copy of DD Warrior Lady. This is because of our restricted list. Our limited cards for the 3 slot are DD Warrior Lady, Reinforcement of the Army, and Floodgate Trap Hole. We are on 3 copies of Giant Rat. This is in here because it can float into the Warrior Lady of the Wasteland, or another copy of itself, or Exploder Dragon, or the actual fusion materials themselves. So this should hopefully make it very consistent that we get into that. Warrior Lady of the Wasteland for the same reason. It can go into the 12 Cybers and the Blade Skaters. Exploder Dragon is a really cool one because we don't take damage from it, and when it's killed, we can destroy the monster that battled it, which is really, really good, because that means if our Giant Rat gets killed, we can float into Exploder Dragon if Alex still has something that's really big and crazy and it's going to kill us, and then save our butt with this card. We're on 3 copies of Creature Swap. That's because we're on so many recruiters that if we can summon a recruiter, already have a recruiter out, use Creature Swap, take Alex's biggest thing, and then give him our recruiter, crash the recruiters, get 2 summons out of that, then we'll have 3 monsters that can attack Alex directly. That's a really, really powerful strategy. And in general, a lot of the speed decks are trying to summon one big guy, so Creature Swap can really punish that. Then we're on the Reinforcement of the Army. This basically says we can take DD Warrior Lady. I don't think we're going to be taking Warrior Lady of the Wasteland very often, but we could. But mainly, we can use it to search a 12 Cyber and Blade Skater and basically get our fusion combo going. We're on 1 copy of Night Beam because we didn't really have room for any more. We're on Wall of Disruption, the aforementioned Floodgate Trap Hole, and Widespread Ruin, just as some pretty generic traps. We're on 3 different ones again because Alex has really, really been liking Nobleman Extermination. And in order to play around that, we don't want to just put all of our eggs in one basket. So for the extra deck, it doesn't really matter. We've got the 3 Cyberblader that are mandatory, but we're not playing Waking the Dragon, so the rest of it doesn't matter. And then for the side deck, we have 2 Warrior Lady in case we want to side them in. Obviously, we'd have to side out our Rotor and our Floodgate if we want to bring these in, but depending on the deck that Alex is on, we might need to. We're on the Exiled Force. Again, really, really good card. It can be searched off of Reinforcement of the Army. It can be floated into from Giant Rat or Warrior Lady of the Wasteland, and it can out very problematic cards. The second Night Beam in case Alex is on a very back row heavy deck. And then the Shrinks, because again, our monsters aren't the biggest, so Shrink can just be a really good non-destruction way to just weaken a monster and attack over it. So that's the deck. We're feeling reasonably confident. This deck should be consistent at doing what it wants to do. The only problem is what it wants to do. It doesn't have a very high ceiling, so we'll have to see. It depends what Alex is on. But let's fire on in and see what Alex has got for us. So last week we had the clash of heroes, Destiny heroes versus Elemental heroes, or I guess Destiny and Dragoon and friends versus Elemental heroes. And Destiny and Dragoon is obviously a much stronger card than should probably be in Speed. I mean, there's a couple of things like that, but there are a lot of cards that are legacy support, like Destiny. Well, Destiny and Dragoon, I think, is legacy support, but it's not like it wasn't that long after D Heroes came out. Like, it wasn't within their first wave of support, but it was like their second wave of support. But needless to say, it shouldn't really be here, I don't think. And the same with Destiny Hero Dangerous as well. But again, a lot of archetypes have gotten that treatment. Like we said, the Magnet Warriors and the XYZ Dragon Catapult Cannons and a bunch of different archetypes have that. But it does make them seem like stand out quite a lot. So going into this week, we'll have to see if we're both on lower to the ground decks, or if we've also both found something we can break. Like maybe some new support cards. How are you feeling about your deck? You feeling confident in it?
It does what I want it to do.
Okay, so we're hoping we don't brick, I guess is the feeling.
As always.
Alright, well, since I never lose to you at Rock, Paper, Scissors in Speed, I guess I'll just be wrapping my paper around your rock. Oh. Okay. We've got a game. Oh. Oh.
Dueling Book.
Oh. There we go. Ooh. Ooh.
Jesus Christ, stop.
Ah!
No!
Ah! Ah! Hey!
I thought we were going to be here all afternoon.
Mate, depending on how this game goes, that might have been more exciting than the actual game.
Yeah.
The back and forth of Rock, Paper, Scissors.
Oh, man.
Alright, so I'm first. So, ooh, Crowler. And as you see, I am on Alexis. But I've already told you I'm not on Cyber Angels. So you can probably piece together what I'm on based on that.
Fusion one?
Yeah, Cyber Blade of Fusion.
That's it.
Stand by main. Where do we go from here, I suppose is the question. Alright, I think the play is going to be set a monster, end the turn. That's the play.
Okay. I'm going to activate Ancient Gear Castle.
Okay, so we are on the castle.
Normal summon a knight.
Okay, so it goes up to 2100.
This gets a counter.
Okay. So if I summon a monster, is this normal summon or normal?
Normal summon or set.
Okay, the special summoning's fine.
Go battle. Attack your
So you
base
have
down.
attacked and destroyed Warrior Lady of the Wasteland. So when destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, I can special summon an Earth Warrior monster with 1500 or less attack from my deck in attack position.
Ooh.
So the card I'm going to summon is Blade Skater.
Nice.
Alright, fourth turn. Stand by main. Okay. We have... Oh, do we just blow our load? That is the question. How much load needs to be blown? We will. Alright, let's go for it. We will activate Cyber Blade Fusion. So flip the skill over and you activate the skill. Once per turn, discard a card to fusion summon a Cyber Blader by sending either a 12 Cyber or Blade Skater from your field to the graveyard as one fusion material, the other material from your hand, field, or deck to the graveyard. It gains 400 attack, but it can only be used twice per duel. So we'll be sending this to graveyard. Well, first off, I have to discard a card from my hand. So I guess from hand, I will be sending Night Beam. We'll send Blade Skater to grave. And we will send a 12 Cyber to grave. And then we will fusion summon my Cyber Blader, who will gain 400 attack indefinitely. So it's a 2500 attack monster.
Okay.
I will forego summoning, I think, just to try and keep you off of just tribute summon Ancient Gear Golem next turn. And then I will attack you with my monster. So, I cannot be destroyed by battle while you have exactly one monster. So that effect is currently active. Yeah. So I'm at 25, you're 21. So that's 400 damage, and then we will end a turn.
Okay. What do I want to...
Like, don't forget, permanent 400 boost, so I'm always 25 now. And if for whatever reason you manage to summon 2 monsters, I will double my attack.
Turns activate card effects are negated.
I don't know how likely you are to have 3 monsters out in the field.
Not very.
I
I'm
feel like
gonna activate
Ooh.
Gear Town.
Oh, okay. That's pretty good. So now you can sacrifice your
Yep.
for 1 tribute.
What?
The Golem. Yep. I think I would. Can I even activate? No, spell trap. So I could sphere Karubo if I have it in hand. I still can't beat a 3000 defense, but now the question is, does your skill do anything here? I know you have the fusion skill. I don't remember.
Ancient Fusion. Because I'm using Ancient Gear Golem, I can send monsters from my deck for the fusion. So an Ancient Gear Gadget, and yeah, Beast.
Okay. Don't forget though that my monster will not be able to be killed by battle at the moment.
Yep.
Unless you summon another guy, in which case I'll have double attack, so you have to be even bigger. Okay, so it must be fusion summoned. This card attacks defense position, must inflict piercing damage. If this card attacks, your opponent can't activate spell track. That's the end of the damage step. If this card is destroyed, target an Ancient Gear Golem in your graveyard, special summoning, ignoring its summoning condition. That's always annoyed me, that Ancient Gear Golem just has cannot be special summoned written on it. For no reason. It won't break the game if you could be special summoned.
Yeah. And we'll be in for
So that's
19?
Yeah, 19. Okay, at least I'm not dead to 2 swings, I guess.
And end.
Oh, okay. Well, you're not going to like this play. I normal summon Giant Rat. Creature Swap.
Oh my god, no.
There you go.
You son of a bitch.
Look at my nice shiny Ancient Gear Golem. Alright, and I think this is just straight game, right? So I attack over this, that does damage, I summon a guy, attack you for 44. Oh, yeah, I went with the creature swaps because I'm playing the Giant Rats and the Warrior Ladies of the Wastelands, which are just there to get into the pieces to make Cyberblader, and then I was like, well, these are all recruiters, and creature swap plus recruiter is just real good. Obviously, the counter to creature swap is just having more than 1 monster, so if you had a second monster, I'll be sat there like, oh, I can't do anything about this. But we'll have to see if you are able to summon more monsters in game 2.
Go second again.
Okay. That's a hand. Alright, stand by main. We will set and set. Pass that to you.
Okay. Oh boy, what a draw. I'm going to activate Ancient Gear Castle.
Yep.
Set another back row.
Right.
And end.
I play the how many Ancient Gear Golems does Alex have in his hand game. We will activate Night Beam, targeting this face down card. Oh, you diddle. Okay.
You have creature swap in hand. I swear to God.
Oh, if I did, I would have slammed that motherfucker down. I think I just pass on this.
Okay. Right. Gear Town.
Okay.
Normal summon without tributing Ancient Gear Beast.
Uh,
Castle gets a counter.
yeah.
We will go battle.
Yep. Wait a minute, sorry. I need to...
Hmm?
I was reading Gear Town. When you summon Gear Beast...
Yep.
I need to Floodgate.
Okay.
If Beer Geast's effect goes off, I will just lose the game.
Oh, no, not him. Probably a
It's
or
rat.
something. It is a rat. There we go. Radical rat.
Yeah, so Gear Beast would have negated Rat, and then you just hit me for 45 and I would have lost.
Yeah.
Right, we will special summon a Twirl Cyber.
Mm-hmm.
You done?
Yeah. Oh,
Thank you.
there we go.
Right, draw.
Thought I'd claimed that already.
Stand by main. It's time for Cyber Blade Fusion. So we'll send to the graveyard Night Beam, and we'll send a Twirl Cyber, and then from deck we will send Cyber Blader, or Blade Skater even. Not Cyber Blader, that's this one. Just summon out. Everyone's favourite. So because you have 2 monsters, my attack actually gets doubled.
Mm-hmm.
Put me up to 5,000. We'll go to battle and attack into your Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon.
Yeah.
And we'll pass on that with my attack returning to 2,500.
I don't know how I deal with the 5k.
I mean, if you contribute your face down monster for an Ancient Good Golem, that outs it immediately.
Yeah, but then I can't destroy it.
You can't destroy it, but I'm not 5k, I guess.
Whoop.
Of course, I guess this
I like
gets outed
Grave.
by Creature Swap if I have that, but
And
I'm just going to go ahead and take my 2,200,
Centigrade.
because I know where this is going. Yeah, so now it has Piercing, so I need to draw into an out right now. Because I tell you, right now I have no out. So if the top card of my deck is something that outs this, we are golden. If it's not, then you're just going to win. Let's see. Draw card. Stand by main. Does that do literally anything? No. Right. I'm just going to spin wheels because it's funny. Right. Blade Skater. I will use the effect of Cyber Blade Fusion to fuse my monsters. Not that one. That's the one I actually need as well. That's quite funny.
Don't forget to discard a card from hand.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Must obey while spinning wheels. Alright. Go. It will gain.
Another blade skater.
And then I end. Alright, my win con is you forget about my ability and you summon a monster.
Well, I'm going to activate another Ancient Gear Castle.
Oh no.
Go straight to battle and
No.
attack.
I lose 2,500 life points. But my monsters remain on the field powerful.
Oh.
Alright, well, game 3. I will be going second.
Okay. Ooh.
I'm glad I look at my hand and I'm like, ooh, and then you just audibly say it and I'm like, oh, thank God. Okay, so that's probably Ancient Gear thingy. I can't remember what it's called. I don't remember
Thingy?
how much attack and defense it's got. It's the one that, the only one you'd play in defense mode, unless you've got like something else in the deck. The one that you were sending for the fusion. Let's just normal summon Blade Skater.
Okay.
Go, Cyber Blade Fusion.
Okay.
I will send Warrior Lady of the Wasteland. We will send Blade Skater. We will send Wall Shiba. Then we will bring out the one, the only Cyber Blader. A little boost. We'll go straight battle, and we will just declare an attack.
On attack declaration, I'll activate Lost Wind.
Okay, so you halve my attack. And
And negate your effects.
yeah, that's fine. I'll still keep the 400 though, because that's from Cyber Blade Fusion.
Yeah.
And is it half original attack? It's half
Yeah.
attack. Oh, it's original attack is half. So I'll halve my original down to 1 to 1050, and then I'll gain the 400 on top, so I'll be at 1450. Put that in the chat.
Here's gadget.
And then I will lose 550. And that's all I got.
And Gear
Okay.
Town.
To the
Ancient
golem.
Gear Golem.
Yep.
Activate the skill.
I'm not dead, right? 4.
Grave.
I'll be taking 29.50, I think, as is.
Grave. Grave. Special summon. Attack.
I'll lose 29.50. Not really where I want to be.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
That's a nice draw, though. All right.
Creature swap.
No, but it is very funny. I will summon Etoile Cyber. I will use the effect of Cyber Blade Fusion. Am I doing that? The problem with that is, I don't think it matters either way. So yeah, we will send that. We will discard Giant Rat. When I fusion, you will activate the effect of Lost Wind as well.
Yep. Get to...
You can't use it this turn, because obviously it's just been set, but it's still prevalent. Then we'll activate Shrink, targeting your ultimate Ancient Gear Golem.
Ooh.
Not the only one who can halve attack.
2200.
Yep. Battle. We will declare an attack over it.
Right, lose 300. Ancient Gear Golem goes to grave, its effect goes off.
Yep.
Which lets me special summon
The Ancient Gear Golem.
Yeah.
And that's all I got.
But if I just
Yeah. You got this.
negate your dude.
I get down to 450, and then you hit me, I lose 1550.
Woo!
Oh, yeah, it was a tricky one. I basically was in a situation where if I didn't draw Creature Swap, there wasn't really a lot I could do. But I suppose that's just that's speed for you, right? If you summon a big bungus, you either have the out or you don't.
Yeah.
Just as my big bungus is a little less problematic. I suppose really Lost Wind was the MVP of this specific game.
Yeah, I'm so glad I put those on the side.
Yeah, it's just a really strong card in general, right? Like, just being able to reuse it can just be completely bonkers. Obviously, in a deck where I literally want to fusion summon twice, and that's kind of the skill, it's almost like a hard counter. But it's really cool seeing the Ancient Gear stuff come out and do things, because Ancient Gear has always kind of been a bit meh. Like, I've always really liked Ancient Gears. I liked Crowler from the show. I think aesthetically, the Ancient Gear cards just look cool. They're like, you know, ancient robots that just have... They've got neat effects as well. I think the problem they've always had is that their attack points have been quite low. And then Ancient Gear Golem can't be special summoned, which means back when it was first released, it was really bad because you didn't want to commit 2 monsters to tribute. And now we're in the modern game where you can just blurg out a load of tribute fodder. You don't want to use it because you'd rather be special summoning and bringing stuff back over and over again. This card does actually get a retrain later on called Ancient Gear Golem, like, Ultimate Pound. And it's basically just an Ancient Gear Golem, like, punching. And basically it's the same card, except it can be special summoned. So it's like... it's just like they were like, oh yeah, we should probably...
realise their mistake.
I guess I get the logic. If you print a 3000 monster that turns off spell traps in the battle phase, you don't want people to just, like, pitch it, like, revive it with Premature Burial or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think it's a bit weird. But it'd be really cool to see if we get any of the extra Ancient Gear stuff, because during the Arc V series of the anime, the Fusion Dimension, which we're not going to go into that because that's a whole other can of worms, but they were all using Ancient Gear Golems, like, as their foot soldiers. And because of that, we got a shit ton of Ancient Gear support, which all came into the TCG, including a monster that I think you just fuse any 4 Ancient Gears together, and it's just this big, like, 5,000 attack, ridiculous monster that can attack all monsters once and does piercing and all this other bullshit. And I'm just like, I want that. I want that in Speed Duel. I know it doesn't have any place in Speed Duel, but I want it.
Yeah.
As for the Cyberblader stuff, I mean, it's cool. It's like a neat little gimmick deck. It's nice to be able to summon Cyberblader, and I guess sometimes you can, like, cheese a win with it. But even in the show, like, Alexis used Cyberblader for, like, a handful of duels, and then basically swaps off and just plays Machine Angels. And it's like, why would you not play the Cyber Angels? Like, Cyber Angels are just so ridiculous. But I think it's because they just want everyone to have, like, a fusion archetype going into GX. That was kind of the thing they were really pushing. And then as they went forward past that, they introduced new summoning mechanics. So it was like DM was just kind of generic, then GX was fusion, and then 5D synchro, etc., etc. Oh, but yeah, it was cool to see Ancient Gear Golem, and it was cool to see Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem. So GG, buddy.
GG.